Welcome home, family and fellow citizens of the African Order. I'm here with another video, and the topic of this discussion is, if this is righteous indignation, then where's the change? Usually, if you're angry about something, anything, long enough, it should spark change. I don't care if it's in your job, your relationship, your weight. You be angry long enough, you're going to want to go in a different direction. When somebody asks you about where you work at, oh, I no longer work there no more. Or somebody see you out having dinner and like, bruh, who was that you with? That's not, oh, we broke up. Or somebody see you ain't seen you in 3, 4 months. Man, you done lost a lot of weight. Their anger sparked change. Now I'm looking for the anger that's coming from these so-called civil rights leaders to change the policies and procedures to safeguard our people, because we can't keep doing the same thing. You know, look at the times that we living in. You can't even properly do research on the video of a black person being killed by another killer white cop before breaking news come across the screen that another unarmed black person been killed. I mean, it's happening so frequently now, you can't even give each case the proper respect and time it takes to properly tell the story. You know, here you got a court case for George Floyd going on for 3 weeks. This guy, Derek Chauvin, should have been found guilty the moment his face went into that courtroom. But the case went on for 3 weeks for obviously he was guilty. Then during the testimony, you got people sitting up there testifying in the court of law, saying that they wanted to call the police on the police. You know, where's the anger? Where's the change in the strategy? No civil rights leader should be sitting back looking at this, the frequency and brutality of these killings, and still use the same tactics and policies. You know, and then the people, when you go out here and protest, you go right back to the same jobs, working for the same whites. How you protest and still giving them your money, giving them your labor? How is that a protest? A rebel? How's that anything? You know, where's the anger that's going to demand change, that's going to protect our people? You know, you got celebrities demanding change that they can deliver themselves. They come down, stick their face on TV or video and make demands. Then they go back to their $500 million home and they think they done did something. You know, you got black leaders like Al Sharpton. You know, he's presiding over funerals, standing over corpses of our people instead of uniting our people and presiding over corporations. You know, using our dead to pass legislation instead of unifying us so we can pass on legacies. You know, all this fake anger, you know, then end up in the same courts, same people defending us. How do change come from the same institutions? If these civil rights leaders are so angry like they claim, why are you taking your problems back to the same courts, the same system, instead of building a new system to take our people to? But this is how we get change. You know, P. Diddy, he come down demanding that GM pay for a black advertising. Here you are, you're a billionaire. You have a lot of musicians out here. You had Prince when he was alive, Michael Jackson when he was alive, and just recently you got Anita Baker saying, don't buy my CDs. Now, you know it's bad when you got musicians telling you not to buy their products because she's trying to purchase the masters. Here we taking all our talent, our looks, our charisma to these music studios, And then when we come out of there, only thing we have is a CD. But they control the masters, the name, and everything else. They make them 10 times more money than the freaking artists that bring them the talent. P. Diddy, you a billionaire. You can create your own music studio. And every celebrity that come in there, when you leave out of here, you're going to take your masters with you. You ain't got to ask nobody to do anything for you. Ice Cube, the same way. You got enough money to start buying businesses and industries. You can, here you have all these celebrities want you to keep running back to the same institutions that's been failing you from the beginning, then turn around and want you to come pay for tickets to come see them perform. We should stop that. They want $100 a ticket to watch you rap and do all this gyrating. Don't buy no tickets. Don't attend no concert. Don't buy no CD. Don't stream. Don't follow nothing. None of these celebrities until they buy a business. You're gonna buy a supermarket, a clothing brand, something that you can take and hire our own people. It's ridiculous that you have all these celebrities making all this money, and y'all ain't building no businesses or industries to pay you money. You keep going back to the same people, us poor people, to buy your product, and then soon as soon as the CD drop, your money start getting cut off, but the music studios is still making money. Buy your own. Get your own supermarkets. Get your own manufacturing company, your own clothing brand, lumber supply, building supply. Everything that you see black people buy, we should have a duplicate of that of our own. I had an elder come to me the other day, and he was talking about the Derek Chauvin case, and he was saying all these black people being killed. He said when they get these huge settlements, he said, why don't they buy a town? And I say, bruh, I've been saying that for the longest. I'm listening to Dr. Umar Johnson the other day. He was on the Breakfast Club, and he was he was doing a live stream on Instagram when he said this. That there's like about a dozen or so towns in this country that's for purchase. I seen one. They was advertising on Facebook myself. And all they wanted was $1 million. Every time somebody black be killed, a lawsuit is ensued, and these people getting 20, 30, 40 million dollars, whatever it is. Buy a town, build some businesses and industries there, and then put a place for our people to go that's private, that don't nobody belong there but us, and protect our people. You start doing that, watch how they stop these killings. And then he brought out a very interesting point, and I was like, I did not look at it like that. He said that you got black leaders leading black people back to whites to get them to treat them well, but the Bible say that we supposed to be up under a curse for 400 years. This is what God told them to do to black people. And I said, you know what? I never looked at it like that. I always looked at it as if blacks can break the curse by just coming together. I forgot the part that this is what God had them do for 400 years. So now we've been having black organizations led by pastors for the last 60, 70 years. Pastors leading our movement. They should know this. You can't take black people and lead them to the same people God told them to enslave, put yokes around their neck, give them hard labor, and tell them to do the opposite of what God commanded them to do. We have wasted 60 years of effort trying to get these whites to oppose God's will. And now here we are at the end of the 400 years, and which actually now is 401, but I'm going to leave that alone. But before I conclude this video, let me say this. When people say, what is justice? To me, justice is correcting a wrong. You harm me, and either personally or property or whatever, we have to go to court to settle this. Restitution is made, corrections are being made. But see, true justice should be like ocean. Once a black person is harmed by this system and we go to court, we need to make a movement so that no other black person will ever be harmed in this way again. You work at a plant, any plant, and you slip and fall, OSHA's going to get involved. And they're going to make sure that this accident never happens again. They're going to train everybody on procedure. When I worked for Schneider, anytime a guy got hurt, they had a training session behind it. You couldn't drive down the road comfortably without Schneider putting a thing out with some type of training. They want you to come back to that company for because somebody then got hurt. You step out the truck, they want you to take your flashlight and shine it all on the ground to make sure ain't no holes where you parked at because some guy got out of his truck and stepped into a pothole, twisted or broke his ankle and was out for a couple of months. So I'm like, so what now? You step out the truck and step on the bunny rabbit. What they're going to do, have a training class for that too? Yes, they will. We have our people being hurt in the same manner, in the same way, over and over again. And not one of these black so-called civil rights leaders do anything to just focus on the black person specifically that got hurt and then look to the other black people to make sure they don't never get hurt in this fashion either. Nothing. You know, peace and prosperity is not going to be found in a state of allowance, especially when everything that we need to live, to survive on, is owned and controlled by whites. We have to own a certain percentage of our existence, a certain percentage of our say. Because if we don't own or say nothing, well, if we don't own nothing, we can't say nothing. It's just as simple as that. You know, self-determination is in our hands. And sadly, it always has been. It's time we realize that. I'm going to end this video here. And if you like the content, please like and share this message. You know, and if you want, consider subscribing to this channel. And with this video, as with all my videos, it is for the complete liberation of my people. And I see you in my next message. Ashe.